Live now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks so much for being with us here. All right, we finally have.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. We're on. Woo! You guys ready for the show? I cannot wait. Apparently, Trump is going to go off script tonight, so it should be getting really interesting. We have about 17 minutes till it's supposed to start. So we're going to see how this goes. I'm very excited. But first of all, welcome to the Ace Report. Going to be just live streaming it's not quite a State of the Union officially. It's a joint address to Congress. So we're going to be live streaming that tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. I will have commentary. Obviously, I will fill in the gaps if I catch anybody lying to us. We'll see if there's any breaks, but buckle in. Hope you got your drinks. By all accounts, this is going to be a long speech. We're talking 90 minutes plus. Trump is prepared for a long speech, and the latest is that he is even willing to call out Democrats if they call him out. So this is going to be exciting. So right now, just in the background, we got this. They're talking. I'm streaming from Fox. And so shout out to theirs. But anyways, let me catch up with people in the chat while we're waiting here. Been a wild couple days. Missed you guys last night, but also didn't miss you. Had a lot of fun at the game. It was awesome. So watch the Warriors beat up on the Hornets. It wasn't really fair. But I didn't get to see Steph Curry go off for like 10 threes. So that was a little disappointing. But I'd always wanted to see him live. So that was good. Anyways, lots of good people in here tonight. Cindy Luce has brought the popcorn. I love it. Technology, what's up? There are lots of early birds. That's good stuff. People can't wait. This is going to be the best. Well, I don't know. I can't say it's going to be the best. It's going to be a really interesting speech. I can say that. This is going to be Trump's first major speech since the inauguration to the entire nation. Obviously, we've had the wildest first. Oh, there's Elon. Had the wildest first 6 weeks ever of a presidency. Today is 6 weeks exactly, I believe. And man, March 4th is also a very symbolic day. Does anybody want to tell me why March 4th is such a big day? Can anybody tell me what the symbolism of March 4th is? I would love to see it in the chat if you guys know. Why? There's Holman. That must be his daughter. There's no way that's his wife. Just a little young. Let me turn the sound on, but low, just in case they say anything interesting. There's Holly. I'll leave it on low in case they say anything. Danny Gigal gets it. It was the original inauguration day. That's correct. Original inauguration day for the presidency of our country. And it's also the very first day Congress was ever in session. Whoa, look at Mount Walsh and Shapiro looking snazzy. Shapiro's got his yarmulke on. Is that Riley Gaines? Holy smokes. Wow. Frank, you turn 53 next week. Wow. 11 days before the Ides of March. That's true as well. But not what I was looking for. Vin. Kit says 3 months signaling a la 2008 around April 4th of a market flush. Do it first year and rebuild. Oh, I definitely think they're okay with the market flush right now based on everything Trump's doing. I think that might be what's coming. Are they calling him in already?
Riley Gaines, who has been
that's just Vance and them chatting up. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? This is going to be a fun one. I think some Democrats didn't show up. What's her name? Jasmine Crockett or whatever. She has come out and said that she has a plan along with Maxine Waters to interrupt the president. We'll see if they actually do it. But Trump, apparently it leaked out that if the Democrats interrupt him and mess with him, he'll actually go after him, call him back, which we will have never seen before a president do. So we might actually see some WWE type stuff tonight. Slam bam. It'll be awesome. March 4th is the only date that's also command. I like that, Mike. That's nice. Official start of March Madness in politics this time, for sure. Jack says, all right. Let's see. CNN will say Orange Man bad. It is good to catch me live. That doesn't sound right. Thanks, Jack. Alan says, what would be wild is the FBI coming to arrest Warren, Schiff, Bernie. Yeah, I don't get your hopes up for that, guys. A lot of people want to see that. A lot of people are speculating that maybe we'll see some arrests or something. Listen, it's not going to happen. The people aren't ready yet. The case still has to be made, and I don't think they'll do it in a public way like this. There'd be too many questions, too much outrage. It's just not going to work. Oh, there she is. There she is. She probably just got done listening to my milkshake. Getting ready for this tonight. He's going to announce they signed the Ukraine deal. I do believe they'll see that as well. Democrats are planning to walk out midway through. Really, Gerald? That would be interesting. That would be really interesting. What's up, Drew? I'm just chatting it up while we're waiting here. I want to leave this on. I don't, we got plenty of news to talk, but we'll talk about it the next couple days. Tonight, I just want to focus on this speech, and so we'll keep it. Lindsay, has there ever been a man who's? Oh, he's right by Shifty Shift. Man whose smile looks more miserable than Lindsey Graham's. Ugh. Yikes! Oh, that was a devilish look. That was like the devil eye he gave somebody. You glad I'm live? Your TV service is out. Well, on something like this, Gerald, you can stream on 100 different places on YouTube. I'm looking at my watch right now. There's only 73 people watching because there's so many places you can watch this. I won't even probably get a bump tonight, even though this is a big deal. It's a BFG, a big effing deal. What's up, Born Free? He says, snap, we're pulling out NATO. Now, somebody speculated that Trump's going to announce he'll pull out of NATO tonight. I also doubt that'll happen. And the reason is it takes, I believe Congress has to approve pulling out of NATO. Yeah, Elon's dressed up tonight. I bet if Zelensky was here, he'd still want to dress up. Trump would be a troll if he wore Zelensky's outfit. I don't think, other than on the golf course, I've ever seen Trump out of a suit. I really don't think I have. Drew says, I can't stand Jasmine Crockett. She spews the most silliest junk. I mean, they talk, they don't have substance behind what they say. No, they don't. They're nonsense. All they know how to do is talk smack like they did growing up, in the hood or wherever. That's all they do. It's your mama jokes, basically, without the your mama part. These people don't have substance. The Democrats don't have substance. That's why they lost the election so big. They've lost their own people. There's no substance on that side at all. And that is what's so funny, why they're trying to figure out why they're losing so bad, why they're getting even more unpopular. It's because they don't have anything. They literally have nothing a common sense person wants at all. The only people who still stay Democrat are the people who have embraced the insanity of the Democratic side, or the people who they hate Trump so much they're holding on for dear life to hope the Democrats get better. Hakeem begged the Dems not to pull stunts. Oh, we'll see if Hakeem Jeffries has anything. There's Cory Booker has anything. I don't think Jeffries has any control on his own party. I really don't. Kit says they need a time to link the suspects. They keep deep diving all this fraud going on. I agree. Yeah, Dewey, it's going to be fun tonight. It's going to be fun. What's up, Backcracker? Who is Elon going to knock up tonight? There's going to be some baby making in the old Washington, D.C. Capitol. Yeah. I don't even want to think about that. Trump will read the Epstein list. That would be the craziest thing ever. He just walks out and starts reading it. Oh, man. Do you guys remember? Let's see who remembers this. What was the big what was the major moment that on the last time Trump had a State of the Union speech? Do you guys remember his last State of the Union in 2019? No, 2020. Do you guys remember what the big moment was? That kind of was shocking and didn't go well for Dems. Bax has been looking forward to tonight as much as election night. Really? I don't think it'll be as rewarding as election night, but it'll be awesome. I think Trump's gonna lay it out tonight. I really do. Zelensky looks like G.I. Joe, the Temu version. I like that, Jack. Hey, before we get started, guys, please, before you get too into the speech, hey, why don't you go ahead and hit that like. Just take a second, hit that like for me. Subscribe if you're new. If you want to jump in the chat, subscribe and you can get right in. And then if you love the channel, go ahead and choose you can support. It's $3 a month for extra lives and Discord. So good stuff. Drew says, and the funny part about it is even in the hood, you can't say stuff about people and lie. They're doing some. Yeah, you get shot. Shogun, is Trump speaking right away? No, it is Trump. He is going to walk in and speak. This is basically, yeah, you guys got it. Pelosi ripping it up. Yep, that was what happened in the last one. Her just tearing it up behind Trump. So, good job, guys, by the way. You guys are great on the trivia tonight. Gretchen, what's up? So tonight is just like a State of the Union. The Speaker Johnson will probably get up and he will say, we are honored to, because he's the Speaker of the House. He will say something like, we're honored to invite the president to speak or something like that. He'll do something very traditional up front, and then they'll call forth Trump and he'll come up. Trump should be entering any minute now. Drew, so right. They'll never pinpoint why they're losing. It's kind of a good thing. I agree. Vince. Oh, is this the Trump cavalcade? Hold on. I'll have a sound on that. Trump's going to announce the deal with Ukraine tonight, but I don't know if he'll go after short term. That would be awesome, though, because with the attack. Short selling the market. Rush Limbaugh receiving the medal. I think that was either 18 or 19. I don't think that was 24. I think Rush was gone in 60 before COVID. Kyle, this actions by the Dems are worse than already poor view from the public. Okay, that wasn't Trump getting ready to come in. Trump always comes in late. She pre-teared it and tore it up at the end. She probably did. That's awesome. Daddy-O, you're in Thailand, really? Iraqi Sesame Street. Cardi B will open the show. That would be if this was Kamala. Yeah, it would be Cardi B opening. My mic is muffled. Oh, I wonder, is it when I have the sound on?
Members, that's Elise Stefanik.
What about
there.
now?
She's going to the UN upon Senate
confirmation. Is it bad when my
and Lori Chavez Dramer, a former congresswoman herself, like Stefanik.
Okay, now I turn the sound off. Is that better? Did it make a difference? You guys let me know on the sound. If I turn this sound on
into the chamber, let's keep listening.
And if I go turn it off. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to mute every time I talk. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. I just won't talk when I have the sound on. Okay, here comes the Supreme Court. Kavanaugh. Sound is on, mic's on, it's all good. Oh, okay. So just weird moment. All right. Amy. Who's that? Is that weird? I can't remember who that is. All right, Trump should be coming in soon. Okay. I'm going to turn the sound back on, guys. You guys let me know if something goes bad with my mic again.
Okay, so we were just watching there. Members of the Supreme Court come into the chamber. Austin Westfall, that's always a key feature of any presidency is can and should a president appoint members of the Supreme Court if such a vacancy should arrive there. Of course, we know in Trump's first term, Austin, he got 3 Supreme Court.
You know, Amy's been a little bit of a disappointment, but she has done some major things. I mean,
we will, and you know what we'll be watching.
We still on her watch got rid of Chevron doctrine. We got rid of. I didn't see Thomas either.
A lot of things that people are going to be watching.
We got rid of Roe v. Wade. We've gotten rid of Trump's limits on executive power to an extent. Like they gave him the official actions clause. Get out of jail free card basically on some stuff. So, you know, there's a lot of things that Amy's done well, but she hasn't been perfect. I agree with that. There's certainly things I've disagreed with her on.
Perhaps hear of any statements from either of those two.
This is the one she might be leaving.
There's a handful of things that are on people's minds.
What's her face?
An infinite amount of things.
Sotomayor. Apparently she's really sick. Andrew, and she's struggling to get through. And the Democrats actually wanted her to leave before Biden's last year.
That's contentious meeting between Vladimir.
They wanted her to bail out so they could replace her. They're afraid Trump is going to be the one to replace her. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you, Mark.
Discusses that in his speech tonight. We heard of retaliatory tariffs that are.
All right, let's see. Massages
from
her cheek.
Mexico, Canada, and China.
That's bad,
of course,
man.
At midnight this past.
All right.
Just overnight here, we heard of the next round of tariffs coming in.
It sure is nice to see Johnson Vance back there instead of Pence and
Canada and Mexico.
Pence and freaking Pelosi, isn't it? Isn't that just a much better sight? I know that Johnson hasn't been perfect, but this is the Pink Brigade. They said they were going to wear pink to
poll up earlier today. We were asking the
protest Trump.
What they're most
Like Trump cares. They're wearing pink. That's hilarious.
Government efficiency is top in our poll. People want to know about Doge. They want to know how Doge.
You know, sometimes I forget.
And what Doge has planned for the incoming year.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we're going to have, okay, so you guys want to make some predictions?
We do have, remember, some of these excerpts.
I think we're going to have at least 2 Democratic outbursts.
Cost of eggs. He will say this in some of these remarks.
I think Trump
as you know,
goes after a couple people
economic catastrophe and an
personally, or calls out a couple people personally. I do, and I think
the cost of groceries and drove the necessities
Trump goes off script at least 5 times.
He will say we suffered the worst
so
inflation in 48
I think that's kind of the stuff we're going to see.
Even in the history of our country, he will say, as president, I am fighting every day to reverse this
I can't read that, Vin.
and make America affordable
but I think so.
again here. So to your point, the economy will be front center. While we have this lull here, I think it's just worth putting.
So right now,
again, Austin,
where's the right? Where's the hats? I know.
14,000 of you have already chimed
in. Look at this. Which issue would you like President Trump to focus on tonight? Most people said Doge cuts. That's interesting.
Tariffs, the war in Ukraine.
I would not have guessed that.
Or Doge cuts, and an overwhelming number of you, more than half.
Yep, wearing pink against women athletes. Thank you. The freaking Democrats blocked a bill that would have cut the Democrats out of, all right, not the Democrats, cut trans men out of women's sports.
So, you know, one thing I wanted to mention, you might have noticed on the screen.
No drinking work games tonight. You know, the problem is I'm not drinking right now. I'm trying to lose weight.
Representatives are telling Time magazine.
I know, this is a drinking night. I'm not prepared.
Trump's policies,
but I will be, you know, we'll have fun. Don't worry, our time will come again. But right now, it's a protest. This guy's got to lose some weight over here.
Oh, and you know what? One more thing.
Oh, it's going to be long tonight, Rich. It will be. You think Dollar Tree Obama will talk tonight? Nah, Hakeem Jeffries is a wuss. That guy has no backbone. He won't say anything. It's going to be one of their their hood people, you know. It's going to be AOC isn't even there. She's boycotting. So it's going to be Jasmine Crockett or somebody like that. That's what we're going to see.
We're going
Yo,
to be
duels.
listening
No, I just got
for,
my seltzer, man. My
Alyssa
sparkling water.
Slotkin. She's the senator out of Michigan. You see some pink there.
Blackberry flavored.
So
It's
again, we're
delicious.
hearing that that's a
It's delicious.
act
It makes
of
me happy.
protest. And
Gretchen
Well, I was
says
going to
Trump
say, you
will say
mentioned
tariffs on
that,
Mexico and Canada are
that piece
canceled.
in
They found
Axios,
compromise. Stock
Austin,
futures rocket.
that
Yeah,
some
you
of
know,
these
they're already
Democrats were
talking
wearing
about it
props,
being over
so to speak, to
tomorrow,
make their
or at least
opinions
there being
heard.
something else.
The House Freedom
I tell
Caucus,
you, it's
remember, we
amazing
were
how
hearing
fast
from
these
the
people
chairman
capitulate
there,
to Trump.
said that if there are any
Zelensky put out a long
disruptions or
post today
interruptions
about
or
how he's
outbursts,
sorry for what happened
that
and
they
how
will
he's ready to
work
make a deal, all this
censure
stuff.
any
So
of those Democrats
they
there.
come
And we
around
have the
fast, and
First
that's
Lady,
that's after all of Europe saying they'll
yes,
send troops and fund him.
I'll
So
read a little bit more
pretty
of what we
amazing.
heard from
Alan with the
Axios. Democrats
5
are
memberships.
floating the
Alan, thank
idea
you,
of putting
sir.
props
Kanita
in Trump's
Warrior,
speech,
I don't know
including
you.
anti-Trump
Welcome.
signs, and
Shogun,
buttons to
you got
highlight
the
Trump
membership.
costume
Kryptonian. Oh,
bags,
here's Melania.
as well as pocket
All right, we're going to have to watch.
constitutions
Thank
as
you,
the First
Alan.
Lady
I
enters
appreciate the
chamber
memberships.
to an applause.
He's a class act. I'll take bets on if Pelosi's drunk or not. Dianne Feinstein's ghost, maybe. If the Democrats walk out and everybody claps, that would be epic. So that girl by Melania, she has brain damage because of a trans man spiking a volleyball at her head.
Mr. Speaker, the President's Cabinet.
Oh, little Marco's all growed up. He's all grows up. Besant, Hegseth, Bondi. Bondi says they rolled up a truck full of Fauci files to her. And the FBI director in New York has resigned over the Epstein debacle. Stuff's happening. Fashal with the $2 super chat asks, will JD give tariffs on woke people like I like it, Fashal. Nice try. You almost got me. Tariffs on woke people. That would be some. I'd like to see how they pull that off. ZRFK. The HUD guy, I forgot his name. Oh, there's Schiff. Oh, I cannot wait to see Kash Patel walk by Schiff. You know what would be awesome? If Kash Patel walked by Adam Schiff and just rubbed his head. Was like, hey, buddy. That's what I want to see. That's what I want my Washington to act like. You're right, Mike. The Dems won't protect girls' sports, but they'll wear pink. I know. It's disgusting. You'd be the a-hole with the MMTLP shirt. SEC guys. Is that Tiki Barber? Not quite. Kirsty Noem looking nice tonight. She does have Botox lips, but other than that, striking woman. Tulsi. Is that? That looked like Paul Atkins. He hasn't even been confirmed yet. He would be the new SEC chair. Lutnick. Lutnick's a beast. Maxine Waters is Aunt Esther. What a cabinet, man. Just seeing them all again, it just reminds me what an awesome job Trump has done. Unbelievable. It's amazing how many we've gotten through, too. This is just beautiful. Loeffler is very rich. She is. I was actually surprised he gave her a cabinet position after what they pulled in that Georgia election. But they must have found something to agree on, or maybe she came around or something. I don't know. Fox News called him out. Yeah, it is a dream team. And there's the man right there, JD, our next president. I didn't realize how much taller he is than Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson looks like a little midget. Maxine Waters got caught this week giving her daughter $1 million. Wow. I didn't know that. All right, Trump should be any second here. Since Atkins is not technically a big cabinet member, he's SEC. Usually SEC gets late March, early April. Now, this Senate, John Thune gets credit for this. They have been confirming faster than usual. So at the pace they're at, I would say we probably get Paul Atkins in 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks tops, be my guess, if they keep up the pace. Jordan, Kobe, Larry, Magic, Akeem, Elijah. I like it, Mark. Her hubby's the president of NYC, the New York Stock Exchange. I didn't know that.
All right, so the members of the president's cabinet, the majority of them that have already been Senate confirmed, of course,
this guy sounds
coming
like he's on
into the
NPR.
chamber, and you saw many of them there. Austin Westfall still with me here in the Live Now newsroom.
Have I ever seen Scott Sterling
Austin,
sports
not
videos?
many of the Supreme Court justices.
Sounds familiar. I don't know if I've seen him.
We did see.
Brett says, if you know if it was Kamala giving a speech, it'd be 2 boxes deep plus a few.
We are hearing from the Hill that 4 Supreme Court justices
he would have
the
cackling of the Union speech.
Justices Clarence Thomas and
she would
Samuel
get up there and
Alito,
try to make some joke, and then she'd go to like serious
these
Kamala, where she
speeches
sounds
in more
really
than
stupid.
a decade. Also passing are Justices Sonia Sotomayor
I just want to say,
and Neil Gorsuch. So beyond the 4 sitting justices in attendance today, retired Justice
I'm working on
Anthony Kennedy is also in the chamber.
You go, girl.
So
that would
it should be any moment now, Andrew. We just watched the president's cabinet enter the room. We see the VP
we'd
and the
either be
Speaker of the
laughing
House sitting
nonstop
there.
or crying.
We'll
Maybe
watch
a little
them
both.
over Trump's shoulder as he gives this address. There's
What's up, David?
Tulsi Gabbard and Chip Roy.
Letting you know that for some reason warehouses
Keep
you're
playing a game
deliver are
of
suddenly nowhere to
RFK
unload
Jr.
quotas. Really? They're full?
And we're going to continue watching as this group mingles together.
That's interesting.
Until we
David, can
eventually
you explain that a
hear
little more? David's a trucker, so he always
announced.
gets to see what's going on
Then
in
he
the
will
economy before
flood through the chamber. He'll shake a lot of hands. That's right. And the speech will get underway.
Yeah, this is going to be the last time you see Austin and myself on camera.
All right, I'm going to wait for Trump. I hope DJT falls to 11 while he scoops him up. Is that what you're hoping for? NASA Corps, haven't seen you in a while. Game was good, Brett. Thank you. I had fun. It was, you know what the best part was though, even though the game was fun, it wasn't close, so it wasn't a good game. But I got to see Curry do some stuff, and then the best part though, I was just out with my wife on the town. We don't do that very much, so we had a great time. We did. But thanks for asking. It was good. I hadn't been in a pro game in a few years, so that was super fun. My thoughts on tariffs alerts. They're not going to last for long, not at these rates, not at the high rates Trump has proposed. Obviously, the markets don't like them. I think it's genius what Trump's doing, how he's using the tariffs to get everybody back in line. And I think when over the next couple of years, we'll have more tariffs in place because it's going to even out all the trading with everybody. So, and also Trump does fully intend to use them to raise revenue. So, I'm not worried about the tariffs. The market is shocked right now because the market's been having this free ride for so long, and they're just mad their free ride's ending. And so every time there's shock to that system, it freaks out. But the tariffs themselves aren't going to hurt us. It's actually going to end up being good for us. Gretchen, what's up? Did I tell the story how I got to DC for the Trump event? I mean, I did, but I'll give you the quick notes. You could go back and watch the right after that night for the full story. But the Cliff Notes version is somebody that watches this show had an opportunity to get me a ticket and just wanted to bless me. So they got me a ticket to one of the 3 balls Trump went to after the inauguration and got me in with a pass. It's gorgeous. I wonder, do I have it right here? Yeah. It's my Commander-in-Chief ball pass. So this got me in. It was incredible. And I'll wear it tonight for good luck for Trump. And I was It was amazing. I mean, and then I had to scramble and get things put together, but I made it work. I sold my DJT shirts. I didn't sell my DJT. I bought back in. Now I'm down a little bit, but I think it's going to bounce back soon. God's in control. I agree, Rick. All of Europe and Japan taking advantage of market. Oh yeah, they haven't been for a long time. Absolutely. Yeah. They have been taking so much advantage of our country. It's sickening. No, Danny. I'm not going to say who it was. Just Mike, I think the door to the left of the Diaz is where Ashley Babbitt was shot. Really? Over here? Oh, you guys can't see my cursor. Over here? Drew, I'd bought DJT the last time it got down the low 20s. I sold in the 30s and I bought back in recently.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Here comes the man. Thank you for saving our country, that woman just said to him. There's a lot of love for this man. Is it me or does Trump look really good? The man's 78 and he looks like as good as ever. Trump actually looks better he looks better this term than he did in the first term. He's lost weight. He just looks stronger. Bobert. Like, you are so in love with Bobert. I love it. Is that Nancy Mace? He looks that's that McDonald's and Diet Coke diet, guys. Franzia to go. One of these nights, Brett, I'm just gonna get a box of Franzia, and that's what I'm gonna do my drinking game with. And I'll end up with the worst hangover ever with all that sugar. But it'll be worth it. Alex Stein's back. I know. He looks hardened, man. There's John Roberts talking. Trump is the master at either clearing out his enemies or turning them to his side. I mean, Rubio is all in MAGA now. It's amazing. Look at this. So, do you guys remember Biden talking to the Supreme Court justices like this, or Obama? Like, Trump will sit and talk with anybody. It doesn't matter what side they're on. And this is how you get favorable. I mean, this is the deal maker. Fight with people over the deals and then be their best friend in private. You know, it's like one-on-one, you're their best friend. Unless they disrespect him, like Zelensky. Look at this man. When was the last time you guys saw a president spend that time in the crowd? Oh, here we go. The chants are starting. Wow. She's got a Trump was right about everything hat. amazing. I love it. Rubio was so pissed in that meeting. All right, here we go. I swear, JD looks like I think JD's basically been adopted by Trump. He looks like a son and a father. Like they love each other. What's Armand? I'm so excited. You guys feel it? It's electric. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. There's Bobert, your girlfriend, Mike. She's wearing red. She was wearing ready to party. This is the warmest reception I've ever seen a president get during the State of the Union, ever. It's not even close. And I've seen every single one since 96. Smash the like. Thank you, Mark. Here we go. Called in.
Thank you very much.
Carlson.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Speaker Johnson, Vice President Vance, the First Lady of the United States,
Mike. You guys are dirty old men in my chat.
members of the United States Congress, thank you very much. And to my fellow citizens, America is back.
I love it. America's back. What a total badass. I'm sorry. That is the most BA thing you could say to start. That's awesome. That is awesome. Wow.
Six weeks ago, I stood beneath the dome of this Capitol and proclaimed the dawn of the golden age of America. From that moment on, it has been nothing but swift and unrelenting action to usher in the greatest and most successful era in the history of our country. We have accomplished more in 43 days than most administrations accomplished in 4 years or 8 years, and we are just getting started.
Yeah. Elon. Oh, I can't believe Elon wore a blue tie. Bad move, Elon.
I return to this chamber tonight to report that America's momentum is back, our spirit is back, our pride is back, our confidence is back, and the American dream is surging bigger and better than ever before. The American dream is unstoppable, and our country is on the verge of a comeback, the likes of which the world has never witnessed and perhaps will never witness again. There's never been anything like it. The presidential election of November 5th was a mandate like has not been seen in many decades. We won all 7 swing states, giving us an electoral college victory of 312 votes.
Beautiful. You guys hear the first Democratic groan? Oh. Oh.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
Oh, first Democrat call out. Whoa, the crowd took it over. That's awesome. You guys ready for the Royal Rumble? Holy smokes.
In our country, 2,700 to 525.
You see that?
But a map that reads
Get him out of
almost
here.
completely red for Republican.
Sergeant at Arms going to take him out.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever.
Wow, he had to hit the gavel. Did you see Johnson? We've never seen this before.
Likewise, small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Holy smokes.
Members
We've
are
never
engaging
seen
in
this
willful and
before.
continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Who is that old man? It's Captain Crothers. This is wild.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order.
Wow. Sergeant
Remove
at
this
Arms.
gentleman from the chamber.
I've never seen this before. Holy smokes. When was the last time this happened? Green. Is it Al Green? What a moron. Wow. Well,
Members are directed to uphold and maintain
this is
decorum in the
wild.
House.
Holy smokes.
Mr. President, you continue.
Thank you. Over the past 6 weeks, I have signed nearly 100 executive orders and taken more than 400 executive actions, a record to restore common sense, safety, optimism, and wealth all across our wonderful land. The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
Amen. According to Grok, that's the first time that's ever happened. The Sergeant at Arms had to remove somebody in a joint session during a State of the Union. First time in history, according to Grok.
In fact, it has been stated by many that the first month of our presidency, it's our presidency,
Amen. Oh, man.
is
I
the
love this
most
man so much.
successful in the history of our nation.
He is needling them so bad. This is everything they hate. He is just ribbing them. He's like little stabs. Oh my
It
God.
even more impressive is that, do you know who number 2 is? George Washington. How about that? How about that? I don't know about that list, but we'll take it.
Troll in
Within
chief, I
hours
love
of taking the oath of office, I declared a national emergency on our southern border, and I deployed the U.S. military and border patrol to repel the invasion of our country.
Yep.
And what a job they've done. As a result, illegal border crossings last month were by far the lowest ever recorded, ever. They heard my words and they chose not to come. Much easier that way. In comparison, under Joe Biden, the worst president in American history, there were hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings a month, and virtually all of them, including murderers, drug dealers, gang members, and people from mental institutions and insane asylums, were released into our country. Who would want to do that? This is my fifth such speech to Congress. And once again, I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do. I could find a cure to the most devastating disease, a disease that would wipe out entire nations, he loves it, or announce the answers to the greatest economy in history, or the stoppage of crime to the lowest levels ever recorded. And these people sitting right here will not clap, will not stand, and certainly will not cheer for these astronomical achievements. They won't do it, no matter what. Five times I've been up here. It's very sad, and it just shouldn't be this way.
He just reminded him, I've won 2 elections. What have you done? This is unbelievable. This is awesome. He never disappoints, man. He puts on a show.
So Democrats sitting before me, for just this one night, why not join us in celebrating so many incredible wins for America? For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
I think Nancy has some whiskey hidden in that. Did you see how it was at her mouth? He is getting drunker than drunk.
Every day, my administration is fighting to deliver the change America needs to bring a future that America deserves, and we're doing it. This is a time for big dreams and bold action. Upon taking office, I imposed an immediate freeze on all federal hiring, a freeze on all new federal regulations, and a freeze on all foreign aid.
The Democrats are doing because that's all their money. That's how they get rich. They are not happy.
I terminated the ridiculous Green New Scam. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord, which was costing us trillions of dollars that other countries were not paying.
Love it.
I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization. And I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council.
Beautiful. Love it.
We ended all of Biden's environmental restrictions that were making our country far less safe and totally unaffordable. And importantly, we ended the last administration's insane electric vehicle mandate, saving our auto workers and companies from economic destruction.
Love it. They were all taking money from us. You're right, Vin. And he's ending it. He's ending it.
To unshackle our economy, I have directed that for every one new regulation, 10 old regulations must be eliminated, just like I did in my very successful first term.
Democrats shouldn't have even shown up. They're just embarrassing themselves.
We set records on ending unnecessary rules and regulations like no other president had done before. We ordered all federal workers to return to the office they will either show up for work in person or be removed from their job.
I love seeing the Republicans so united behind him. This was not like the first term.
Government where, as an example, a sitting president is allowed to viciously prosecute his political opponent, like me. How did that work out? Not too good. Not too good.
Oh, beautiful. How did that work out? What a baller. False. What's false about it?
And I've stopped all government censorship and brought back free speech in America. It's back. And 2 days ago, I signed an order making English the official language of the United
About
States
dang
of
time.
America.
My God. I can't believe we never had that in place before. Crazy.
I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. And likewise, I renamed for a great president, William McKinley, Mount McKinley
yes.
again.
Right over Obama's woke BS.
Beautiful Alaska. We love Alaska. We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector and our military. And our country will be woke no longer.
Oh, the Dems love that. Woke no longer.
We believe that whether you are a doctor, an accountant, a lawyer, or an air traffic controller, you should be hired and promoted based on skill and competence, not race or gender.
Yep.
Very important.
How does anybody disagree with this? This is the thing. Trump is speaking to America tonight. More Americans are watching this than anything since the inauguration. They're seeing what morons the Democrats look like.
Based on merit. And the Supreme Court, in a brave and very powerful decision, has allowed us to do so.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools, and I signed an order making it the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
That's an 80-20 issue right there. And for the Dems to sit like that, that is going to hurt them. That is going to hurt them. 80% of Americans agree with that.
I also signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports.
Beautiful. Keep it coming, Trump.
3 years ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Beautiful. There she is. That's powerful.
And if you really want to see numbers, Just take a look at what happened in the women's boxing, weightlifting, track and field, swimming, or cycling, where a male recently finished a long-distance race 5 hours and 14 minutes ahead of a woman.
Jeez.
For a new record by 5 hours.
Jeez,
broke the record by 5 hours. It's demeaning for women, and it's very bad for our country. We're not going to put up with it any longer.
Very strong. Very strong. Well done. Nancy's not happy because he probably was a man at one point.
What I have just described is only a small fraction of the common sense revolution that is now, because of us, sweeping the entire world. Common sense has become a common theme, and we will never go back. Never. Never going to let that happen. Among my very highest priorities is to rescue our economy and get dramatic and immediate relief to working families. As you know, we inherited from the last administration an economic catastrophe and an inflation nightmare.
He points at the Dems.
Their policies drove up energy prices, pushed up grocery costs, and drove the necessities of life out of reach for millions and millions of Americans. They've never had anything like it. We suffered the worst inflation in 48 years, but perhaps even in the history of our country. They're not sure. As president, I'm fighting every day to reverse this damage and make America affordable again.
We've looked at the Dems that whole time. They're so pathetic.
Joe Biden especially let the price of eggs get out of control.
Oh, he just did it.
The egg price is out of control.
Yep.
And we're working hard to get it back down. Secretary, do a good job on that. You inherited a total mess from the previous administration. Do a good job.
Wow. There they go, walking out.
A major focus of our fight to defeat inflation is rapidly reducing the cost of energy. The previous administration cut the number of new oil and gas leases by 95%, slowed pipeline construction to a halt, and closed more than 100 power plants. We are opening up many of those power plants right now. And frankly, we have never seen anything like it. That's why on my first day in office, I declared a national energy emergency. As you've heard me say many times, we have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth, and by far. And now I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. It's called Drill, Baby, Drill.
I mean, he did go right after the eggs, AJ, which was calling him out because they've been trying to use that against him. Drill, baby, drill.
My administration is also working on a gigantic natural gas pipeline in Alaska, among the largest in the world, where Japan, South Korea, and other nations want to be our partner with investments of trillions of dollars each. There's never been anything like that one. It will be truly spectacular. It's all set to go. The permitting is gotten. And later this week, I will also take historic action to dramatically expand production of critical minerals and rare earths here in the USA.
We have plenty here. We're just going to get them. He's setting up Ukraine.
To further combat inflation, we will not only be reducing the cost of energy, but will be ending the flagrant waste of taxpayer dollars.
I want to be there clapping. Cool.
And to that end, I have created the brand new Department of Government
Here
Efficiency, DOGE.
Yes.
Perhaps you've heard of it.
Elon. I still can't believe he wore a blue tie. What are you doing, Elon? What are you doing? Read the room, man.
Which is headed by Elon Musk, who is in the gallery tonight.
There he is. Is Elizabeth Warren tweeting?
Thank you, Elon. He's working very hard. He didn't need this. He didn't need this. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Everybody here, even this side, appreciates it, I believe. They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste
Oh, my God. Unbelievable.
we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens.
Yep.
$45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI plus in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender.
God. Wow.
This is real.
He's calling this stuff out.
$32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program. $20 million for a program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her?
Snap. Boom. She's a hero.
A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali.
This is unbelievable.
$59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. He's a real estate developer. He's done very well. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda. $14 million for improving public procurement in Serbia.
This is unbelievable.
$47 million for improving learning
awesome.
outcomes in Asia. Asia's doing very well with learning.
The American people are going to turn them around fast on
Use it
this
ourselves.
Doge, man.
And $101 million for DEI contracts at the Department of Education, the most ever paid, nothing even like it. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them.
Wow.
They're so bad.
Wow.
Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud.
Good job, Elon. This is amazing. Most Americans have not heard this. Most Americans aren't on Twitter reading all this. This is huge that he's saying all this.
And we've taken back the money and reduced our debt to fight inflation and other things. Taking back a lot of that money. We got it just in time. This is just the beginning.
Here we go. Here comes another one.
The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our nation. And we are working very hard to stop it. We're going to. We're also identifying shocking levels of incompetence and probable fraud in the Social Security program for our seniors, and that our seniors and people that we love rely on. Believe it or not, government databases list 4.7 million Social Security members from people aged 100 to 109 years old. It lists 3.6 million people from ages 110
to 300
to 119. I don't know any of them. I know some
he's
people
going down
that
the
are
list again.
rather elderly, but not quite that elderly. 3.47 million people from ages 120 to 129.
Wow. Oh, he's looking right at him.
3.9 million people from ages 130 to 139.
Here it is. This is great. He's going down the line.
3.5 million people
believe this.
from ages 140 to 149.
Oh my God. This is
and money
amazing.
is being paid to many of them. And we're searching right now. In fact, Pam, good luck. Good luck. You're going to find it. But a lot of money is paid out to people because it just keeps getting paid, and nobody does. And it really hurts Social Security and hurts our country. 1.3 million people from ages 150 to 159, and over 130,000 people, according to the Social Security databases, are age over 160 years old.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
We have a healthier country than I thought, Bobby.
What a line. He is the GOAT.
Including, to finish, 1,039 people between the ages of 220 and 229. One person between the age of 240 and 249. And one person is listed at 360 years of age. More than 100 years. More than 100 years older than our country.
Wow.
But we're going to find out where that money's going. And it's not going to be pretty. By slashing all of the fraud, waste, and theft we can find, we will defeat inflation, bring down mortgage rates, lower car payments and grocery prices, protect our seniors, and put more money in the pockets of American families.
That's powerful. What a great example of government waste. Many people just realize what Doge is really doing, and this is huge, that Trump is actually bringing out the details.
And today, interest rates took a beautiful drop, big, beautiful drop. It's about time. And in the near future, I want to do what has not been done in 24 years, balance the federal budget. We're going to balance it.
Oh, wow. That's a call out to Republicans to make it happen now. Woo. Now all of America's heard it. The pressure's on. Wow, this is epic. This is epic. Holy smokes. This is so bold, guys.
With that goal in mind, we have developed in great detail what we are calling the Gold Card, which goes on sale very, very soon. For $5 million, we will allow the most successful job-creating people from all over the world to buy a path to U.S. citizenship. It's like the green card, but better and more sophisticated. And these people will have to pay tax in our country. They won't have to pay tax from where they came. The money that they've made, you wouldn't want to do that, but they have to pay tax, create jobs. They'll also be taking people out of colleges and paying for them so that we can keep them in our country instead of having them being forced out. Number one, at the top school, as an example, being forced out and not being allowed to stay and create tremendous numbers of jobs and great success for a company out there. So while we take out the criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, the Biden administration, the open border insane policies that you've allowed to destroy our country. We will now bring in brilliant, hardworking, job-creating people. They're going to pay a lot of money, and we're going to reduce our debt with that money.
Let's do it. Beautiful.
Americans have given us a mandate for bold and profound change. For nearly 100 years, the federal bureaucracy has grown until it has crushed our freedoms, ballooned our deficits, and held back America's potential in every possible way. The nation founded by pioneers and risk takers now drowns under millions and millions of pages of regulations and debt.
Oh, you pointed at him
Approvals that
again.
should take 10 days to get instead take 10 years, 15 years, and even 20 years before you're rejected. Meanwhile, we have hundreds of thousands of federal workers who have not been showing up to work. My administration will reclaim power from this unaccountable bureaucracy, and we will restore true democracy to America again.
I love him pointing at the Democrats and staring at him when he brings up that stuff. It's unbelievable. The fact he can just stare at their eyes of their hate and just stare at them eye to eye.
And any federal
What a boss.
bureaucrat who resists this change will be removed from office immediately. Because we are draining the swamp. It's very simple. And the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
That's a shot at what they keep saying about Elon. This is so awesome. All the Dems start pointing at
And
Elon.
the next phase of our
They're so
plan to
weak.
deliver the greatest economy in history is for this Congress to pass tax cuts for everybody. They're in there. They're waiting for you to vote.
Yep.
And I'm sure that the people on my right, I don't mean the Republican right, but my right here, I'm sure you're going to vote for those tax cuts, because otherwise I don't believe the people will ever vote you into office. So I'm doing you a big favor by telling you that.
Snap!
But I know this group is going to be voting for the tax.
Unbelievable. Oh, I'm so happy. This is better than my wildest dreams. Trump's presidency this time is just
Thank you.
the best. This is the
We
greatest.
had tremendous success in our first term with it. A very big part of our plan. We're seeking permanent income tax cuts all across the board. And to get urgently needed relief to Americans hit especially hard by inflation, I'm calling for no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our great seniors.
So good. Man, how can the Democrats not stand for Social Security? I mean, they are digging themselves such a big hole. Oh my God.
And I also want to make interest payments on car loans tax deductible, but only if the car is made in America.
Yeah. That's so good. This is
And by
the
way, we're gonna
boldest
have growth
agenda
in the
we've
auto
seen.
industry like nobody's ever seen. Plants are opening up all over the place. Deals are being made. Never seen. That's a combination of the election win and tariffs. It's a beautiful word, isn't it? That, along with our other policies, will allow our auto industry to absolutely boom. It's going to boom. Spoke to the majors today, all three, the top people, and they're so excited. In fact, already numerous car companies have announced that they will be building massive automobile plants in America, with Honda just announcing a new plant in Indiana, one of the largest anywhere in the world. And this has taken place since our great victory on November 5th, a date which will hopefully go down as one of the most important in the history of our country.
Oh, well. Oh, he pointed at the Dems again.
In addition, as part of our tax cuts, we want to cut taxes on domestic production and all manufacturing. And just as we did before, we will provide 100% expensing. It will be retroactive to January 20th, 2025.
Wow.
And it was one of the main reasons why our tax cuts were so successful in our first term, giving us the most successful economy in the history of our country. First term. We had a great first term. If you don't make your product in America, however, under the Trump administration, you will pay a tariff, and in some cases, a rather large one. Other countries have used tariffs against us for decades, and now it's our turn to start using them against those other countries. On average, the European Union, China, Brazil, India, Mexico, and Canada, have you heard of them? And countless other nations charge us tremendously higher tariffs than we charge them. It's very unfair. India charges us auto tariffs higher than 100%. China's average tariff on our products is twice what we charge them. And South Korea's average tariff is 4 times higher. Think of that, 4 times higher. And we give so much help militarily and in so many other ways to South Korea, but that's what happens.
This is the case for
This
terrorists.
is happening by
Most people haven't heard.
friend and foe. This system is not fair to the United States and never was. And so on April 2nd, I wanted to make it April 1st, but I didn't want to be accused of April Fool's Day. That's not, just one day was cost us a lot of money. But we're going to do it in April. I'm a very superstitious person. April 2nd, reciprocal tariffs kick in. And whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them. That's reciprocal,
Beautiful.
back and forth.
I love it.
Whatever they
This
tax
is so
us,
good. The people haven't heard this before.
We
There's
will
Schumer,
tax them.
Schumi.
if they do non-monetary tariffs to keep us out of their market, then we will do non-monetary barriers to keep them out of our market. There's a lot of that, too. They don't even allow us in their market. We will take in trillions and
Unbelievable. This is
trillions
so
of dollars and create jobs like we have never seen before. I did it with China and I did it with others, and the Biden administration couldn't do anything about it because there was so much money they couldn't do anything about it. We have been ripped off for decades by nearly every country on earth, and we will not let that happen any longer.
This is like a Trump rally speech. He is just flowing. It's amazing what this man can say off the top of his
Over
head.
the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada. But we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it any longer. Thanks to our America First policies we're putting into place, we have had $1.7 trillion of new investment in America in just the past few weeks. The combination of the election and our economic policies that people of SoftBank, one of the most brilliant anywhere in the world, announced a $200 billion investment. OpenAI and Oracle, Larry Ellison, announced $500 billion investment, which they wouldn't have done if Kamala had won. Apple announced $500 billion investment. Tim Cook called me. He said, I cannot spend it fast enough. It's going to be much higher than that, I believe. They'll be building their plants here instead of in China. And just yesterday, Taiwan Semiconductor, the biggest in the world, most powerful in the world, has a tremendous amount, 97% of the market, announced a $165 billion investment to build the most powerful chips on earth right here in the USA.
He's countering every argument the Dems and the media have had against him lately, and all the things people don't know about, and he's breaking it down.
Any money. Your CHIPS Act is a horrible, horrible thing. We give hundreds of billions of dollars, and it doesn't mean a thing. They take our money and they don't spend it. All that meant to them, we're giving them no money. All that was important to them was they didn't want to pay the tariffs, so they came and they're building, and many other companies are coming. We don't have to give them money. We just want to protect our businesses and our people, and they will come because they won't have to pay tariffs if they build in America. So it's very amazing. You should get rid of the CHIP Act, and whatever's left over, Mr. Speaker, you should use it to reduce debt or any other reason you want to.
It's so pro-American. It's like impossible for people watching it to be upset at it. It's a genius speech. It's so persuasive.
Our new trade policy will also be great for the American farmer. I love the farmer. Who will now be selling into our home market, the USA, because nobody is going to be able to compete with you. Because there's goods that come in from other countries and companies, they're really in a bad position in so many different ways. They're uninspected. They may be very dirty and disgusting, and they come in and they pour in, and they hurt our American farmers. The tariffs will go on agricultural product coming into America, and our farmers, starting on April 2nd, it may be a little bit of an adjustment period. We had that before when I made the deal with China, $50 billion of purchases. And I said, just bear with me. And they did. They did. Probably have to bear with me again. And this will be even better. That was great. The problem with it was that Biden didn't enforce it. He didn't enforce it. $50 billion of purchases. And we were doing great, but Biden did not enforce it.
Wow.
And it hurt our farmers. But our farmers are going to have a field day right now. So to our farmers, have a lot of fun. I love you too. I love you too.
See how he kept looking at the Democrats when he said that? He is calling out Biden too, which no president has ever done. Just say the other administration by name.
25% tariff on foreign aluminum, copper, lumber, and steel, because if we don't have, as an example, steel and lots of other things, we don't have a military, and frankly, we just won't have a country very long. Here today is a proud American steelworker, fantastic person from Decatur, Alabama. Jeff Denard has been working at the same steel plant for 27 years in a job that has allowed him to serve as the captain of his local volunteer fire department, raised 7 children with his beautiful wife, Nicole, and over the years provide a loving home for more than 40 foster children. So great, Jeff.
Wow.
Thank you, Jeff.
Hi, Albert. Lame. He misread. It said MAGA watch party.
Stories like Jeff's
not loser watch party.
Tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again, and it's happening, and it will happen rather quickly. There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much. No, you're not. Oh. and look where Biden took us. Very low, the lowest we've ever been. Jeff, I want to thank you very much, and I also want to recognize another person who has devoted herself to foster care community. She works so hard on it. A very loving person, our magnificent First Lady of the United States.
This is the most pro-American speech we've had from a president, and I can't even remember if there's ever been one. It's going to be very difficult for this to be looked at bad.
Yielded incredible results, helping prepare our nation's future leaders as they enter the workforce. Our First Lady is joined by 2 impressive young women, very impressive. Haley Ferguson, who benefited from the First Lady's Fostering the Future initiative and is poised to complete her education and become a teacher. And Elliston Berry, who became a victim of an illicit deepfake image produced by a peer. With Elliston's help, the Senate just passed the Take It Down Act.
Right, Moody?
And this is so important. Thank you very much, John. John Thune, thank you. Stand up, John. Thank you, John. Thank you all very much.
This stuff is just so pro-family, pro-American ideal. It's just amazing.
Great job. To criminalize the publication of such images online is terrible, terrible thing. And once it passes the House, I look forward to signing that bill into law. Thank you. And I'm going to use that bill for myself, too, if you don't mind. Because nobody gets treated worse than I do online. Nobody. That's great. Thank you very much to the Senate. Thank you. But if we truly care about protecting Americans' children, no step is more crucial than securing America's borders. Over the past 4 years, 21 million people poured into the United States. Many of them were murderers, human traffickers, gang members, and other criminals from the streets of dangerous cities all throughout the world.
It's your fault.
Because of Joe Biden's insane and very dangerous open border policies. They are now strongly embedded in our country, but we are getting them out and getting them out fast.
The Dems are so stupid not to stand for any of this. This is something that is such a huge issue. So many people
and I want to thank
are so for this.
And Christy, I want to thank you and Paul of Border Patrol. I want to thank you. What a job they've all done. Everybody, Border Patrol, ICE.
You're right, AJ.
Well, law enforcement in general is incredible. We have to take care of our law enforcement. Have to.
Yep. Again, he's on the right side of every issue. That's what's going to make him even more popular his second term. This is a powerful speech for that.
22-year-old
Thank you, Brett.
nursing student named Laken Riley, the best in her class, admired by everybody, went out for a jog on the campus of the University of Georgia. That morning, Laken was viciously attacked, assaulted, beaten, brutalized, and horrifically murdered. Laken was stolen from us by a savage illegal alien gang member who was arrested while trespassing across Biden's open southern border and then set loose into the United States under the heartless policies of that failed administration. It was indeed a failed administration. He had then been arrested and released in a Democrat-run sanctuary city, a disaster, before ending the life of this beautiful young angel. With us this evening are Laken's beloved mother, Allison, and her sister, Lauren.
Wow. Let's see if the Democrats sit down for this one. Unreal. Yeah, Joe Biden wouldn't even say her name, remember? They're sitting. Disgusting. Disgusting Democrats. Not even human.
Last year, I told Laken's grieving parents that we would ensure their daughter would not have died in vain. That's why the very first bill I signed into law as your 47th president mandates the detention of all dangerous criminal aliens who threaten public safety. It's a very strong, powerful act.
Look at all the Democrats still sitting. So gross. So gross. How can anybody vote Democrat? Unreal.
Act. So Allison and Lauren, America will never, ever forget our beautiful Laken Hope Riley.
You see what a big deal he made of the name? He knows. Trump knows that Biden wouldn't say her name last time. And that's why he's making a big deal of it, along with the obviously other brilliant aspects of it. They finally stood up. It's good to see you,
Thank
Moody,
you
by
very
the way.
much. Since taking office, my administration has launched the most sweeping border and immigration crackdown in American history, and we quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
Yep. Just over 8,000 last month. It's crazy, though. Well, Pelosi's there. We've seen her. She's drunk. By the way, please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. If you like what you watch.
Friends in the Democrat Party kept saying we needed new legislation. We must have legislation to secure the border. But it turned out that all we really needed was a new president.
Wow. That's amazing. What a line. All we needed was a new president. That's beautiful. That is unbelievable. It's not personal, Moody. I get it. Wow. What a line.
Joe Biden
Place
didn't just
erupted.
open our borders. He flew illegal aliens over them to overwhelm our schools, hospitals, and communities throughout the country. Entire towns like Aurora, Colorado, and Springfield, Ohio, buckled under the weight of the migrant occupation and corruption like nobody's ever seen before. Beautiful towns destroyed. Now, just as I promised in my inaugural address, we are achieving the great liberation of America. But there still is much work to be done. Here tonight is a woman I have gotten to know, Alexis Nungari from Houston. Wonderful woman. Last June, Alexis's 12-year-old daughter, her precious Jocelyn, walked to a nearby convenience store. She was kidnapped, tied up, assaulted for 2 hours under a bridge, and horrifically murdered. Arrested and charged with this heinous crime are 2 illegal alien monsters from Venezuela, released into America by the last administration through their ridiculous open border. The death of this beautiful 12-year-old girl and the agony of her mother and family touched our entire nation greatly. Alexis, I promised that we would always remember your daughter, your magnificent daughter, and earlier tonight, I signed an order keeping my word to you. One thing I have learned about Jocelyn is that she loved animals so much. She loved nature. Across Galveston Bay, from where Jocelyn lived in Houston, you will find a magnificent national wildlife refuge, a pristine, peaceful, 34,000-acre sanctuary for all of God's creatures on the edge of the Gulf of America. Alexis, moments ago, I formally renamed that refuge in loving memory of your beautiful daughter, Jocelyn. So, Mr. Vice President, if you would, may I have the order?
Wow. He's going to sign it right here. Wow. That's powerful. Holy smokes. Nobody gets on a show like Trump. Holy cow. That is powerful. Biden wouldn't even say their names in the last one, and now he is calling them out, renaming parks for these girls. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Wow. Holy smokes.
All 3 savages charged with Jocelyn and Lakin's murders were members of the Venezuelan prison gang, the toughest gang, they say, in the world, known as Tren de Aragua. 2 weeks ago, I officially designated this gang, along with MS-13 and the bloodthirsty Mexican drug cartels, as foreign terrorist organizations.
You called it, Vince. Well done.
They are now officially in the same category as ISIS, and that's not good for them.
Wow.
Countless thousands of these terrorists were welcomed
we
into
nuke
the
the
U.S. by
cartels.
the Biden
I hope we
administration.
just blow them to
But now
smithereens.
every last one will be rounded
So
up and
evil.
forcibly removed from our country, or if they're too dangerous, put in jails, standing trial in this country, because we don't want them to come back ever. With us this evening is a warrior on the front lines of that battle, Border Patrol Agent Roberto Ortiz. Great guy.
I don't know, Moody. I don't know who's right behind the judges.
In January, Roberto and another agent were patrolling by the Rio Grande near an area known as Cartel Island. Doesn't sound too nice to me. When heavily armed gunmen started shooting at them, Roberto saw that his partner was totally exposed, at great danger, and
Not
he
enough
leapt
wicked.
into action, returning fire
Should be all
and
of them.
providing crucial seconds for his fellow agent to seek safety, just barely. I have some of the prints of that event, and it was not good. Agent Ortiz, we salute you for your great courage and for your line of fire that you took, and for the bravery that you showed. We honor you, and we will always honor you. Thank you, Roberto, very much.
Amazing stuff. Yeah, Sliver, the Democrats look awful. They look like they hate America. They are losing voters tonight. They are losing support. Trump's gaining support with this speech.
Thank you, Roberto. And I actually got to know him on my many calls to the border. He's a great gentleman. The territory to the immediate south of our border is now dominated entirely by criminal cartels that murder, rape, torture,
Here we
and
go.
exercise total control. They have total control over a whole nation, posing a grave threat to our national security. The cartels are waging war on America, and it's time for America to wage war on the cartels, which we are doing.
Nice. Take them out. Take them out.
Five nights ago, Mexican authorities, because of our tariff policies being imposed on them, think of this, handed over to us 29 of the biggest cartel leaders in their country. That has never happened before. They want to make us happy. First time ever. But we need Mexico and Canada to do much more than they've done, and they have to stop the fentanyl and drugs pouring into the USA. They're going to stop it. I have sent Congress a detailed funding request laying out exactly how we will eliminate these threats to protect our homeland and complete the largest deportation operation in American history, larger even than current record holder, President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a moderate man, but someone who believed very strongly in borders. Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law. So, Mr. Speaker, John Thune, both of you, I hope you're going to be able to do that, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Mr. Leader, thank you. Thank you very much. And let's get it to me. I'll sign it so fast, you won't even believe it.
Love it. So good. I hope we eliminate all the cartels. Just wipe them out. They are such evil people.
And as we reclaim our sovereignty, we must also bring back law and order to our cities and towns.
This is awesome. Think about this.
In recent years, our justice system has been turned upside down by radical left lunatics. Many jurisdictions virtually ceased enforcing the law against dangerous repeat offenders while weaponizing law enforcement against political opponents like me. My administration has acted swiftly and decisively to restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law, starting at the FBI and the DOJ. Pam, good luck. Cash, wherever you may be, good luck.
Wow.
Good luck. Pam Bondi.
This is awesome. Like, how can you doubt this guy? How can we still, like, there's still people blackpilling about Trump? I don't understand. There he is. There's the man, FBI director. Take him out. Take him out. Flipper.
They've already started very strong. They're going to do a fantastic job. You're going to be very proud of them. We're also once again giving our police officers the support, protection, and respect they so dearly deserve. They have to get it. They have such a hard, dangerous job, but we're going to make it less dangerous. The problem is the bad guys don't respect the law, but they're starting to respect it, and they soon will respect it. Yeah. This also includes our great fire departments throughout the country. Our firemen and women are unbelievable people, and we'll never forget them. And besides that, they voted for me in record numbers, so I have no chance.
Unbelievable. The Democrats started trolling him, which is so stupid when he's talking about law enforcement. And then for him to, oh man, what a comeback.
This month,
beautiful.
31-year-old New York police officer Jonathan Diller, unbelievably wonderful person and a great officer, was gunned down at a traffic stop on Long Island. I went to his funeral. The vicious criminal charged with his murder had 21 prior arrests, and they were rough arrests, too. He was a real bad one. The thug in the seat next to him had 14 prior arrests and went by the name of Killer. He was Killer. He killed other people, they say, a lot of them. I attended Officer Diller's service, and when I met his wife and one-year-old son, Ryan, it was very inspirational, actually. His widow's name is Stephanie, and she is here tonight. Stephanie, thank you very much, Stephanie. Wow. Thank you very much.
He's young, man. He's young. No regular average American can hate this. Not one. None of them.
Stephanie, we're going to make sure that Ryan knows his dad was a true hero, New York's finest, and we're going to get these cold-blooded killers and repeat offenders off our streets, so we're going to do it fast. Got to stop it. They get out with 28 arrests. They push people into subway trains. They hit people over the head, back of the head with baseball bats. We got to get them out of here. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy into permanent law.
Beautiful. Amazing. I know, Ryan. You're so right. How do they sit for that? How do they sit for that?
I'm also asking for a new crime bill getting tough on repeat offenders while enhancing protections for America's police officers so they can do their jobs without fear of their lives being totally destroyed. They don't want to be killed. We're not going to let them be killed.
Wow.
Joining us in the gallery tonight is a young man who truly loves our police. His name is DJ Daniel. He is 13 years old, and he has always dreamed of becoming a police officer.
Wow. That kid. Wow. Yeah, that was the Democrats yelling, Moody. Man, what's up with that kid? He's 13. There's something going on with him, poor kid.
But in 2018, DJ was diagnosed with brain cancer.
Oh, wow.
The doctors gave him 5 months at most to live. That was more than 6 years ago.
Wow. Wow. They're still sitting. Absolutely disgusting. They can't even stand for a little boy with brain cancer.
Since
You had
that
any
time,
doubt
DJ and
Democrats
his
were
dad
evil
have
people
been
that's
on a
in our
quest to
leadership?
make his dream come true, and DJ has been sworn in as an honorary law enforcement officer.
Wow.
Actually, a number of times. The police love him. The police departments love him. And tonight, DJ, we're going to do you the biggest honor of them all. I am asking our new Secret Service Director, Sean Curran, to officially make you an agent of the United States Secret Service.
Oh, my God. Wow. That's amazing. Oh, my gosh. Whew. That's incredible. Oh, my God. Okay. There's still Democrats sitting. Are you kidding me?
DJ's
The
doctors
sickest
believe
people
his
alive.
cancer likely came from a chemical he was exposed to when he was younger. Since 1975, rates of child cancer have increased by more than 40%. Reversing this trend is one of the top priorities for our new presidential commission to make America healthy again, chaired by our new Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Whew. That was amazing.
With the name Kennedy, you would have thought everybody over here would have been cheering. How quickly they forget. Our goal is to get toxins out of our environment, poisons out of our food supply, and keep our children healthy and strong. As an example, not long ago, and you can't even believe these numbers, 1 in 10,000 children
goes.
had autism. 1
He's
in
going to talk about,
10,000.
oh my God.
And now it's 1 in 36.
Wow. He's saying
There's
it.
something wrong. 1 in 36. Think of that. So we're going to find out what it is, and there's nobody better than Bobby and all of the people that are working with you. You have the best to figure out what is going on. Okay, Bobby, good luck.
Whoever just yelled out is mad their big pharma check is going away. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Thank you. My administration is also working to protect our children from toxic ideologies in our schools. A few years ago, January, Littlejohn and her husband discovered that their daughter's school had secretly socially transitioned their 13-year-old little girl. Teachers and administrators conspired to deceive January and her husband while encouraging her daughter to use a new name and pronouns. They, them pronoun, actually, all without telling January, who is here tonight and is now a courageous advocate against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
In our country, he was calling out the autism rate, which we know the link's there that I can't say on YouTube. And he got booed for it.
Thank you. Stories like this are why, shortly after taking office, I signed an executive order banning public schools from indoctrinating our children with transgender ideology.
Beautiful.
I also signed an order to cut off all taxpayer funding to any institution that engages in the sexual mutilation of our youth. And now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lie that any child is trapped in the wrong body. This is a big lie.
Beautiful. Just keep it coming. Keep it coming.
And our message to every child in America is that you are perfect exactly the way God made you.
Yes. Wow. Strong statement. Beautiful. Oh, so good. I'm still getting over my emotion from
Because
that
we're
kid.
getting
Jeez.
wokeness out of our schools and out of our military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society. We don't want it. Wokeness is trouble. Wokeness is bad. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yes.
And we feel so much better for it, don't we? Don't we feel better?
I feel so much better.
Our service members won't be activists and ideologues. They will be fighters and warriors. They will fight for our country. And Pete, congratulations. Secretary of Defense, congratulations.
What a man.
And he's not big into the woke movement, I can tell you. I know him well. I am pleased to report that in January, the U.S. Army had its single best recruiting month in 15 years, and that all armed services are having among the best recruiting results ever in the history of our services.
Yep.
What a difference.
So good. My God. Can you feel it, guys? Can you feel the energy? We're so back.
And
This is the most pro-America. It's
a few months ago,
I haven't felt
where the
this in
results
years.
were exactly the opposite. We couldn't recruit anywhere. We couldn't recruit. Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever had. What a tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see. People love our country again. It's very simple. They love our country, and they love being in our military again. So it's a great thing, and thank you very much. Great job. Thank you.
6 weeks, guys. 6 weeks. That's it. And we've already gone this far.
We're joined tonight by a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that Call of Duty. Jason's father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all wore the uniform. Jason tragically lost his dad, who was also a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a 6-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say, a brilliant student with a 4.46, that's good, GPA. And his greatest dream is to attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into. But I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
Please answer the poll in the chat. Trump making dreams come true left and right. This is unbelievable. This is so amazing.
Thank you.
This just
Jason,
makes everybody
you're
feel
gonna be on
good
the
about
long gray
America.
line,
This is
Jason.
amazing.
As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA.
We've been trying to do that since Reagan.
And Ronald Reagan
There he is.
wanted to do it long ago,
Oh,
but
I
the
just said that.
technology just wasn't there, not even close.
You
But
heard it
now
here
we have
first.
the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it too, right, Tim? Right? They should have it too. So I want to thank you. But it's a very, very important. This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before. To boost our defense industrial base, we are also going to resurrect the American shipbuilding industry, including commercial shipbuilding and military shipbuilding. And for that purpose, I am announcing tonight that we will create a new Office of Shipbuilding in the White House and offer special tax incentives to bring this industry home to America where it belongs. We used to make so many ships. We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it.
Get it. Get it.
Just today, a large American company.
People are going
announced
nuts
they
on Twitter.
Buying both ports
So
around the
proud to be an
Panama
American
Canal.
again.
And
We're
lots
going
of other
crazy.
things having to do with the Panama Canal and a couple of other canals. The Panama Canal
Even
was
got
built
Meghan
by
McCain
Americans
saying she's
for
crying. The McCains.
Americans, not for others. But others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building the Panama Canal. They died of malaria. They died of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work. They paid them very highly to go there, knowing there was a 25% chance that they would die. The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's history, if you bring it up to modern day costs. It was given away by the Carter administration for $1, but that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
USS Biden submarine Man, I am pumped.
Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco.
Rubo's killing it.
Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong. Marco's been amazing, and he's going to do a great job. Think of it. He got 100 votes. You know, he was approved with actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes. And I'm either very, very happy about that or I'm very concerned about it. But he's already proven. I mean, he's a great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic
Thanks,
job.
Dems.
Thank
They
you.
all regret it now.
Thank you. He's doing a great job. Great job. And I also have a message tonight for the incredible people of Greenland.
Oh, yeah.
We strongly support your right to determine your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for
Little Marco's all
national
grown up.
security and even international security. And we're working with everybody involved to try and get it. But we need it really for international world security. And I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it. We will keep you safe.
Beautiful.
We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before. It's a very small population, but very, very large piece of land and
I'm
very,
not
very
letting this go.
important
I
for
love it. We're going to get Greenland,
military
guys.
security.
We are gonna
America
get it.
is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Oh, here we go.
Not that they were withdrawing, it was the way they withdrew.
Yeah, here
Perhaps
we go.
the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am
Reminding
pleased to announce
everybody of the
that
worst
we
part
have
of
just
Biden's-
apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity.
Wow.
And
Here
he
we
is
go.
right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
Wow. Wow. Guys, if you love America, like and subscribe. If you love this speech, like and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Look at them. They're live tweeting to their 5 followers. Do you believe what he just said, ho? No way, yo.
And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people that were so badly, over 42 people, so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown that when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, wow, maybe this is my chance. That's how bad it was. Should have never happened. Grossly incompetent people. I spoke to many of the parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and everybody was on the line, and they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy, as happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever. In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
How do you disagree with that? There's them starting to stand up, says Terry. I didn't see that. OnlyFans, Brett.
And now we're going to build on that foundation to create a more peaceful and prosperous future for the entire region. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. People have been talking about that so much lately with everything going on with Ukraine and Russia. A lot of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine.
Here we go.
Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal conflict with no end in sight. The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years?
Oh.
Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, snap. Oh, my God. What a moron. She has no idea how stupid she just made
2,000
herself look.
people are being killed
Holy
every single week.
crap. What
More
an
than that.
idiot.
They're Russian young people.
my
They're
God,
Ukrainian
that's
young people. They're not
unbelievable.
Americans, but I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian
Wow.
oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion, like taking candy from a baby. That's what happened.
Wow.
And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is.
Wow.
And we have an ocean separating us,
He's going there.
and they don't.
He's
But we're
going
getting
there.
along very well with them, and
She's
lots
that
of good
stupid,
things
right?
are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by billions and billions of dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from President Zelensky of Ukraine. The letter reads, Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do really value how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its sovereignty and independence. Regarding the agreement on minerals and security, Ukraine is ready to sign it at any time that is convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
The Democrats can't stand for peace. They can't stand it. They just want to clap for, look at his Ukraine tie. Oh my God. This is pathetic. These people are so pathetic. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's time to stop this madness. It's time to halt the killing. It's time to end this senseless war. If you want to end wars, you have to talk to both sides. Nearly 4 years ago, amid rising tensions, a history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration barely lifted a finger to help him. They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last summer, I promised his 95-year-old mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely back home. After 22 days in office, I did just that, and they are here tonight.
He did. He just ended the Democratic Party. It's unbelievable. This is so crazy. Watching this. It's like their suicide on live TV. Oh no.
To Mark and his great mom, we are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us. As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the past 78 years. I just happened to go there last July 13th for a rally. That was not pleasant. And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later, at that same rally, gunfire rang out and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many thousands of people. My life was saved by a fraction of an inch, but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father, and above all, a protector. When the sound of gunshots pierced the air, it was a horrible sound. Corey knew instantly what it was and what to do. He threw himself on top of his wife and daughters and shielded them from the bullets with his own body. Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. 2 others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of 2 great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their two beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
Oh man, this setup is amazing. This is reaching people everywhere in our country. This is a president. This is a leader. This is what we've been missing. We needed this back. We needed this. I think we needed this more than we knew we needed it. It feels so
to
good
Helen,
to have
Allison, and
a
Kaylee,
leader
Corey
again.
is looking down on his three beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before. I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that.
Amen. So good. So good.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon, Americans have always been the people who defied all odds, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation that will always be free, and we will fight for it till death. We will never let anything happen to our beloved country, because we are a country of doers, dreamers, fighters, and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age. These workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities. These warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we're going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars and even far beyond.
This is a powerful closing speech. This is as pro-America a speech as you can get at the end here. This is what Americans dream of. Dream, vision, pioneering. This is amazing.
And through it all, we are going to rediscover the unstoppable power of the American spirit. And we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day, we will stand up and we will fight, fight, fight for the country our citizens believe in and for the country our people deserve.
Wow. So good. Fight, fight, fight. He did it again. He brought it back. Look at Boebert. Trump. Wow.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless America.
Wow. Oh my God. Look at the Democrats running out. This was a powerful speech and a powerful night. Holy cow. The Democrats just collapsed on live television in front of America, while Trump just gave the best State of the Union I've ever seen. Even J.C. Cool said he'd seen many more than me, and he was impressed. Guys, we just watched history. Trump just set the agenda and for the next few years, and it's on. It is on now. Holy smokes. That was so impressive. I can't even. Wow. That was amazing. It is nice to have a president we can understand. That was so impressive. Wow. I'm speechless, honestly, guys. I've never seen
you have it,
a
Andrew
speech
Pack
like that
here
before.
Now, in the anchor chair with some of the recap of what we just heard for a little over an hour and 40 minutes.
I'm going to be interested to see the
President
polling
Trump
on this.
touching on so many key.
I will actually be shocked if he doesn't go up
throughout the last 43
this,
days, including tariffs, including the illegal immigration crisis.
I think he just made a case to the American people that is extremely strong. Holy smokes. That is listen, even I'm watching on X as this is going on, and even many Democrats are calling out their party and saying like how terrible this is for us. This is wild. I do thank you guys. Anybody who's watched the stream with me, please like and subscribe before you leave. I greatly appreciate it. And all the support, all you members, everybody, thanks for showing up tonight. We just witnessed history. We legit just saw the greatest State of the Union, maybe since, if there's at least since Reagan. Only Reagan could inspire Americans the way Trump just did. Only Reagan could knew how to say all the things Americans want. He understood the American spirit, and Trump is the first president since that to understand. And before that, JFK. But then on top of that, we have a Democratic Party who literally just looked like whiny babies who have nothing to their name. They don't have a plan. They only have petulancy and anger. And just, it was insane, guys. I don't know. I mean, you guys, some of the older folks say, like Donna says, not even Reagan could have done that. I ran the poll, 97%. One person said I'm gay, and that's okay. Out of 110 people. But man, just I don't know what else to tell you guys. I know some people were chatting up that they were upset that he didn't mention the markets, MMTLP, that stuff. I get it. I totally do. Listen, guys, that is your biggest issue. It's not America's biggest issue. And I believe 100% Trump will get to it. But what he needs to do, what he's doing right now, is he's building up the public persona and the people's support, so he can do everything. So he can get done everything he needs to do. Tonight was what you would call an 80-20 night. Every single thing he went after and spoke about tonight was basically an 80-20 policy. People 80-20 want to secure the border, 80% to 20%. I disagree with trans people in sports, like in women's sports. It just, he went here and here and here, and it just kept, like, he's building it. He's building that case with the people. There's actually a lot of people in America who don't think the markets are corrupt. I'm believe it or not. And that's a sensitive subject right now, especially with the stock market going down. What he did is he kept painting a contrast. This is why the speech was so amazing. Okay. This is why the speech was so amazing. And it's that he kept drawing the contrast between where we've been and where we are now. And he did it in a way that Americans could not help but agree the whole time. That is genius. It's absolutely genius, guys. And what he did is he's building up the coalition of Americans to become more and more popular. And the more popular he gets, the more powerful he gets. And the Senate will be forced to pass laws because the people are going to demand it. This is how you get it done. Trump's doing something I've never seen a president do before. Usually a president tries to get stuff done early and they knock it out, and then they lose their popularity because they don't build the popularity in the coalition the way Trump is. Like, oh, there's Lauren. The market stuff will happen. I 100% agree it'll happen. So I have no concern about it. I want it done today too. I want it done yesterday, but listen, patience. I don't understand how you can watch that speech and not have hope for what's coming. I really don't. So just a powerful night, guys. I'm not going to be able to stay on for the rebuttal. I don't want to watch it anyways. It's the person they picked is terrible. It's going to be so stupid. But anyways, I will be on tomorrow for a members live, and then Thursday again for a regular live. But God bless you guys. America is so back. Thank you again for watching. I really appreciate you guys joining in. And we're at the beginning, just like Trump said. This is the beginning of the golden age, and it's getting exciting. It's getting very, very exciting because we're already seeing so much get done. So God bless you guys. Have a wonderful night. God bless America. Let's end in a prayer as always. Heavenly Father, thank you for today. Thank you for our president. Thank you for the way the Democrats just revealed themselves tonight. I pray, God, that this forwards America in major ways, that Trump's popularity grows, that Americans see this tonight and are swayed by it, and awakened in their hearts for passion and zeal for their country and for common sense again. And I just pray, God, that you anoint this man with wisdom and his team with wisdom, protect them, that they get everything done that needs to be corrected from corruption and all the other just awful things against our country in this 4 years. Let this be the most consequential 4 years in history. We are ready for it, and we thank you already for what you've given us just getting here tonight so far. Bless everybody here in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. Love you guys. Please like, subscribe on the way out. And if you want to jump in tomorrow's members live, consider supporting the channel for $3 a month. I greatly appreciate you guys. God bless you. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.